Where we last left off, the party was... I look forward to seeing how you play this out.
20,000.
And before anyone can so much as raise a hand to stop him, he draws his dagger and decapitates the captain of the Royal Guard.
Boss room.
Yeah, that's a boss room.
I am Brunhilde, the volcanic queen! Thank you, my friend. May we meet again someday, and may you stay safe until then. Goodbye. Finally, defeating Brunhilde.
Wow, I've lost literally everything. Playing Ranger sucks. Is there any way I can pick a new class?
Sure, I can help with that. Oh no, Ranger, there's a knife in your neck. It's mine. I'm killing you. I got a 1257 to hit and my damage 11,957.
Oh, that'll do it.
Why did you kill him, though?
Because I wanted to, he looked sad, and most importantly, because you wouldn't be able to stop me.
I generally don't condone in-party fighting, but that does open up the possibility of rolling up a new character. I would have recommended something more, tame, like retirement, but this does work. Let's avoid killing off each other in the future, alright? Anyway, while our ex-ranger figures out what they want to play for the new character, the party travels back to town where you all came from, and you come across several wanted posters with your faces posted up on trees. You realize that killing the captain of the guard has had some unforeseen consequences, specifically in the warrant for y'all's arrest. With dozens of guards at every posting, it becomes apparent that you ought to be in search for a stealthier way into town. You spot a nearby tavern and opt to check it out. Once in the tavern, you spot a questionable looking figure who stands out. A scrawny young man with spiky red hair, orange-yellow eyes, donning a black trench coat, and more notably, a scaly left arm covered in dull red scales, as well as a long tail of the same color. Before you can say anything, the figure spots you and gestures for you to come over and sit at their table.
You two, you look like you've seen some stuff. Some dark, messed up stuff. Do you know anything about the criminal organization, the Syndicate?
The what?
No.
The Syndicate. They're a group that performs dark experiments on people to create beings of immense power. I'm Aldred, and they've ruined my life by fusing me with a dragon and killed my entire family.
Oh, that's sad?
I'm listening.
They've got agents all across Alberia, and I've got a feeling their depravity may even reach into the royal family.
As the three of you are talking, you all notice a female figure approach you. A slender young lady with long, flowing, dark pink hair and orange eyes, sporting a gold and red breastplate in tandem with an eloquent cloak that is matted purple on the outside and a vibrant red on the inside. Atop her head protrudes a pair of unmistakable draconic horns, and trailing behind her out from underneath the cloak slides a red tail. Without a moment of hesitation, and snatching up an unoccupied chair, the figure invites herself into the conversation and your table.
Now, did I hear someone mention the royal family, about being wanted by them?
Who are you? Are you another Syndicate experiment sent to kill me?
Why, me? I would do no such thing. Well, unless Senpai demanded it. I happen to be a very prestigious and powerful dragon by the name of Mim, who is very close with the royal family. Now, let us get back to the conversation at hand. What were y'all saying about my favorite family?
I heard something about dark magic and power and such. You mind extrapolating a bit on that real quick?
Yeah, it's possible the royal family is dabbling in dark powers, and you could definitely be an assassin girl.
How would one go about
I'm not done laughing! Nope.
How would one go about dabbling in the dark arts?
Forget about the arts for a moment and let us discuss wanting by the royal family.
As you rabbit trail off on the science of how one goes about dabbing in the dark arts, yet another equally unique figure bounds their way up to your growing party. A tall and thin young man with lush purple hair and soft yellow eyes, wearing a white undershirt layered with an earthy brown vest and matching boots, sporting a sleeved dark blue wizard's cloak ordained with brass clasps draped across his shoulders. Across his chest is a black messenger bag, and across his back an arcane staff that appears to be modeled after a magnifying glass. In one hand, a large book. In the other, a pen.
Hello, fellow misfits. While totally not eavesdropping, I couldn't help but notice you seemed to be on an incredible quest. Go against all odds. Would you mind if I joined you and documented our travels? I'm writing a book, you see.
Would it so happen to be a dark tome?
It better not be.
And write the blossoming love story between Senpai and I?
I'm confident that it isn't. Probably. Anyway, my name is Norwin. How about I treat you all to some lunch, and you can tell me all about your incredible adventures you've surely had.
I'll never turn down free food.
Norwin borrows a chair from a different table and seats himself down with the rest of you. Raising his hand into the air, Norwin calls one of the barmaids over and orders the tavern special. As the barmaid leaves, a strange ruckus originates from the kitchen doors and envelops into the commons as a small, yellowish-green, plant-like creature jogs out of the kitchen, across the tavern hall, on over to your table, and interrupts all of your conversation by climbing into the middle of your table. It enthusiastically throws its tiny yellow hands into the air with an expression of pure joy, as if to wordlessly say, "Ta-da!" Then bounds over to Norwin, where it immediately lays face down in front of the bard.
This is new. A meal that walks towards you. I like it.
What is this creature?
It looks kind of edible.
Cut off its head and boil it, maybe?
It could be another experiment by the Syndicate. Tell me, where are they?
Raising its face off from the table, the small vegetable-looking creature exclaims, "Pipple!" as if in response to your question.
No, dinner.
You surmise it is the creature's name. That or it's the only word it knows. Norwin picks up the pipple, examining it from all sides. As you ponder over the possible walking dinner, two chefs barge out of the kitchen doors in a slight panic. A young man with long, straight silver hair in a sharp black double-breasted suit with a white apron tied around his waist, and a young woman with short black hair adorned with a blue bow and a white and black dress-like apron. They swiftly scan the room, and as soon as they see the pipple creature, they make a beeline for your table. The male chef speaks first. "I'm terribly sorry for this mishap. I'm Chef Valerio, and I'm afraid we will need that vegetable there back." "And I'm Chef Mitsuba, and it is the main ingredient for our newest recipe. We are turning it into a stew." Chef Valerio lets out a short snort before giving his coworker a side-eye. Chef Mitsuba returns the side-eye with equal intensity. Tension between the two of them is evident. You have become inadvertently involved in a heated cooking debate. "What you mean to say is that we are going to sauté it." "No, sautéing it would leave it shriveled and too chewy. It would be far better left to slow cook in a stew. It would fall apart and there would be nothing left of it to eat. A stew would dissolve it into little more than mush. We should at very least grill it. And char the tender outside? Do you want our customers to chew on burnt food? You would, at bare minimum, put it into a stir-fry." The two chefs seem to get lost in their argument, gesturing dramatically between the vegetable creature, which remains held by the bard, and each other. You sense the exhausting glares of the barmaids and the tavern owner. It's clear this is not the first disagreement these two have had, or how the walking vegetable escaped in the first place.
Well, our dinner would never be treated in such a way at the palace. Dinner stays in the kitchen until it is served by the staff. I would never let Senpai see such a disgrace.
This pipple creature is an abomination of nature. We should lead it to a swift end. And if we eat it afterwards, so be it. I don't care how it's cooked.
I don't know if we should be so rash. It's kind of cute. I think we should keep it.
As you deliberate over the fate of your newfound vegetable, the doors to the tavern are slammed wide open. Sunlight pours into the room as the silhouettes of several royal guards outline the doorway. They promptly walk inside and scan the room. One spots you and points at your party, one hand clutching his spear with white knuckle intensity. The other guards draw their weapons and advance on your party. Tavern patrons quickly scatter out of their way as they do. They quickly surround your table, weapons aimed at you. The one you presume to be in charge of the group speaks up. "In the name of the Royal Highness, you are all under arrest. You have been charged with the murder of the captain of the Royal Guard, Leaf, the false advertisement as mercenaries, and causing multiple public disturbances. You have the right to remain silent, though I doubt you could say anything to make your case any worse than it is."
Thank goodness you're here, officers. I've got the suspect right here. I hold up Pipple.
Take me.
Don't look at me. I only kill people who deserve it.
Don't look at me either. I've never seen these people in my life.
Don't look at me. I've never killed anyone in my life. Okay, not even I believe that.
Yes, Senpai won't be able to refuse this time.
You know what? I'll surrender peacefully if you grant me an audience with the royal family. I have some questions for them.
Certainly. The royals could make for some interesting story material.
I have no feelings.
The guards are clearly a little surprised by this response. They were clearly ready to take you in by force. The one you presume to be the guard in charge gives a nod to the rest, and they gesture with their weapons for you to get up and follow them. Still holding the pipple, Norwin rises with the others, carrying it out with him. The two chefs remain locked in heated debate, seemingly indifferent to the events that just transpired.